there, I'm Jamila Morrison, and you're watching Leesburg Unscripted. Leesburg Unscripted is a partnership between the town of Leesburg, Monroe Technology Center, Virginia Tech, and CPTV that focuses on current events around the town. In this episode, we'll be taking a look back at the 24th Annual Flower and Garden Festival, as well as taking a visit to the Marshall House. Now, let's meet up with one of our field reporters, Sarah, for more information.
Sarah Wiley here at the 24th Annual Leesburg Flower and Garden Festival, where things are in full bloom. Let's see what's happening in the heart of Leesburg. Held every year in downtown Leesburg, this festival celebrates the start of the spring season. The original festival consisted of 25 vendors, and now the festival hosts over 150 vendors who not only exhibit landscaping and agriculture, but also music, food, and children's entertainment and crafts.
We are artists who travel all over the country, and this one's close to home, and it's a tremendous show. We do well here, and this is our third year doing it in the same spot. We get to sell birdhouses, and then I get to run over and play music, and then come running back and sell birdhouses again. So it's a fun show. And it's just a rockabilly blues band. So a bunch of old men. And then one cute young lady, my daughter. She's 26. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's always a great way to start spring. We have been here every year since the inception of the Garden Festival, so we are long-timers here. It always is good exposure, gets people to come to the nursery, also a good way to get people to understand more of what we offer in the way of services.
It's grown, obviously, as the county has grown. This festival has grown too, so a lot more people here, and especially when the weather's good like today. I sort of like the food, lots of variety, different items and creations. But my wife loves the flowers and some of the outdoor, the lawn ornaments to put in your yard, so kind of get the best of both worlds.
I usually come every year. I like to take pictures. I like to buy adorable things. It's just a happening. I'm a flower person, and this is made for me.
I got the family size
The annual Flower and Garden Festival is always a big hit. Now let's take a look at the Marshall House with Tiara.
Tiara is here at the Marshall House located in downtown Leesburg, where we got a chance to talk with Docent Tom Bowers to learn more about this local historic attraction.
A docent is a person who works typically in a museum, and in some ways this house is a museum. We call it a house museum or a historic home. At the end of World War II, in 1945, many of the countries in Europe were in absolutely terrible shape. So in 1947, at the instigation primarily of George Marshall, who was Secretary of State at the time, asked a group of people in his office, in the Secretary of State's office, to come up with a plan that would help these countries in Europe. And the plan they came up with was initially called the European Recovery Act. That was the legislation, or the European Recovery Plan. It very quickly became known as the Marshall Plan. Some people say that the Marshall Plan was the most successful American foreign policy program in history. George and Catherine Marshall bought this house in 1942 while he was Chief of Staff of the Army. About 90% of the items in this house belonged to the Marshalls and were used by the Marshalls when they were here. And that is certainly true in this room that we're sitting in right now, which was the Marshalls' library. The books behind me are the Marshalls' books. They are in the same place on the bookshelves that they were when the Marshalls were here. The furniture is the same. It has been recovered, but this is the furniture that the Marshalls had, and it's the furniture that the Marshalls sat in. One of the things the docents do when we get the house ready for tours is we go around and turn all the lights on. And there are times when I walk in that door and the room is dark, and I almost feel like I should knock on the door just to see if the Marshalls are sitting in here, if it's okay to come in the room. And that's a little strange, but I sometimes do feel that way.
For more information and events about the George C. Marshall House, feel free to visit www.georgecmarshall.org. There are also lots of upcoming events in Leesburg to look forward to, as well as the Thomas Balch Library's Antique Arms of the War of 1812 era exhibit for the entire month of June. And we can't forget about the 7th annual Northern Virginia Summer Brew Fest at Morven Park from June 21st to June 22nd. Finally, don't miss the Independence Day Parade on July 4th. For more information on upcoming events around the town, go to www.visitloudon.org/events. I'm Jamila Morrison. Thanks for watching Leesburg Unscripted. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and visit leesburgva.org.